run around rather than as Barcelona keep possession as they did for that second goal. But they're not only keeping possession, they're playing with purpose as well. They're getting the ball forward quickly, keeping it on the ground, they're moving up.
But tonight, they're mesmerising Madrid. It's a mismatch at the moment, that's onside. Pedro is there before Casillas. Another scare.
Well, Casillas is remonstrating with the assistant referee, but I think he needs to remonstrate with one or two of his defenders. They're just not tracking runs, they're trying to play offside. Hasn't worked on a couple of occasions now. They got away with that one, but they can't keep playing in this manner at the back. They have to defend properly, track runners, and try and put a stop to the Barcelona attacking play.
Well, they've had most of the possession, Barcelona. We all know that. Let's give you the statistics on that at the moment. 72% of the possession to Barca. I think we've been generous to Real Madrid with a 28%.
Yeah, they have at times been bright on the counter-attack. You expect, because of the reputation of the players, when you see Benzema, Ronaldo, Di Maria running with the ball, you expect something to happen. But Barcelona work so hard off the ball to win the ball back. They just enjoy having possession of the football.
I don't discount any Jose Mourinho side. But they've been torn apart by Barcelona at the moment. Being taught a footballing lesson. Messi. Busquets, a backflip from Busquets. Messi. Xavi. Alves. So Real Madrid legs getting very tired down there in the rain in Catalonia. Alves with a cross, Carvalho intercepts. Even Iker Casillas looks speechless.
Again, it's another supply of a cross from out wide. Be it Pedro or Dani Alves on the right, David Villa or Abidal on the left.
Great tackle by Puyol, the warrior, the captain. Only his second ever appearance was against Real Madrid back in '99. Came on in the 32nd minute of that match. Now a veteran of over 20 games against his old rivals. Scored a goal in the 6-2 a couple of years ago.
There's certainly plenty of intent on that challenge, wasn't there? And Ronaldo will do his utmost to make sure his team do keep the clean sheet.
Abidal to Piqué. This game, of course, being played on a Monday night because they had elections in Catalonia yesterday. And the result that anybody wanted to know was not from the elections, but the result of this Grand Clasico. Will Real stay top, which is looking unlikely? Will Barcelona take over yet again? Something they tend to do every year.
Just have so much trust in each other with the possession of the ball, Rob, that if Xavi is marked heavily, his teammates will still pass the ball to him. Likewise with Iniesta, Pedro, David Villa. Now responds being put under pressure by the ball. Here we see David Villa against Ramos. He's going to drive to the byline. It's not the greatest defending from Ramos. Casillas gets a slight touch. Pedro on hand, gets across the defender at the far post for the second goal for Barcelona.
Cristiano Ronaldo is losing his cool, and he's dragged out of a situation by the referee, Geraldo Gonzalez. And he's managed to draw the wrath of the whole Barcelona team. Even Victor Valdés, who's rushed 50 yards to say his bit to Cristiano Ronaldo. Valdés is in danger of getting sent off here. He's gone absolutely berserk.
The goalkeeper's got no right to be in that area of the pitch. It's got nothing.
Absolutely berserk.
The goalkeeper's got no right to be in that area of the pitch. It's got nothing to do with him. He should keep out of it. Ill discipline could cost things to do with him. He should keep out of it. Ill discipline could cost Barcelona.
Remember Valdez getting into an incident with Jose Mourinho. Now this is that's what it's all about. Guardiola would have gone down, but he didn't want to dirty that very expensive coat.
It's much ado about nothing, isn't it?
A petulant push.
He's frustrated. He's been chasing the ball around. This season in particular, he's used to having possession of the ball, not having to do too much defensive work. But he's working hard tonight for his team to try and win the ball back. But Barcelona just knocking it round him and the other white shirts, not just Ronaldo.
And the referee flashing cards. It appears that Valdez was the first to receive a caution, and then Cristiano Ronaldo. Booking for Victor Valdez. He got into a pushing match with Mourinho last year when he was an Inter Milan manager. And Cristiano Ronaldo has to watch his step now, having also been booked.
Listen, Rob, it hasn't gone well for Ronaldo and Real Madrid at the moment, but the class and quality of the player, Barcelona will find it hard to contain him for the 90 minutes. It's going to be difficult for them to come back from 2 goals down, but they have the individual talent to create a goal out of nothing and still can find a way back into this game.
Oh, what a busy week we have of football tomorrow night. West Ham against Manchester United. I'm sure the players of both teams will be looking for motivation from this one on Sky Sports 1, HD1 as well. 7:30 start in the Carling Cup. Real staging a bit of a fight back here. There's a foul off the ball, free kick, and we'll have another yellow card to David Villa.
There was a foul by David Villa on Semi Khedira. Again, another example of the work ethic from the Barcelona players. Trailing leg just catches Khedira. 2-0 ahead. David Villa doing more than his fair share. Chasing back, trying to win possession of the ball.
Well, David Villa does have a bit of a hot head. He was sent off earlier in this season against Athletic Bilbao. Tends to get a red card a season. Now, you can't see from your pictures at home, but it's teeming down in the Camp Nou. Ball will be very difficult for Valdez to handle if Ronaldo can first of all get it around that 8-man wall. Cristiano Ronaldo poses, draws the wrath of the supporters and just cuts it just wide. He felt there'd been a save. He'd like to give Valdez some credit for that.
And it's the free kick known as the tomahawk, isn't it, here in Spain now?
Didn't take a touch from anybody, did it?
It didn't. It came close to touching Busquets, but it didn't.
Ozil's corner is a poor when it falls to Lionel Messi. He's been dormant for most of the first half, Messi. That's what at his most dangerous. Pepe tries to wrap his arm around him and can't stop him. Now there will be a yellow card. There were extra defenders after Pepe. One would argue with Lionel Messi that it was maybe an obvious goal-scoring opportunity, but it's got to be a yellow.
He's so persistent in trying to stay on his feet, isn't he? He evades tackles, they barge him, they knock him. He doesn't go to ground, he's got wonderful balance. But the right decision from the referee there is clearly fouled by Pepe. Not once, but twice.
It was hardly a rugby tackle, it was more a tackle, wasn't it? We've had a rash 3 minutes. 4 yellow cards in the space of 3 minutes. Now, David Villa is offside. He's falling out with the referee. It's the only day that somebody does something foolish.
Yes, it does. It gives it an edge to the game, doesn't it? They're 2-0 ahead. David Villa with a bit more concentration there. Could have beat the offside trap there.
Benzema. Ball flown to Marcelo. Squeezes it to Di Maria. Puts his weight into the cross. And strong defending from Puyol. Had it gone out for a goal kick. Sorry, corner kick, Puyol.
Here's Real Madrid trying to find a way to get that player into the game, Mesut Ozil. Been in sensational form from Real Madrid this season. We haven't seen enough of him tonight in this game.
They're not getting it past the first man at the near post with their corners, Real Madrid. Pepe flies in. Got tackled by him. Angel Di Maria. Di Maria's cross. There's a spare man at the far post, but Abidal rises high. There. Kicks it to safety. Well, this is the Gran Clasico, El Derby they call it in Spain. That's the Midlands Derby, Wednesday night, Birmingham City against Aston Villa, 7:30 start, Sky Sports 1 HD1 in the Carling Cup Live. Benzema tries to thread it through, can't be offside, it came off a Barca defender, and there's a cry for a penalty. Ronaldo, having been booked a few minutes ago, can't argue. That smile is painted on his face, it's not a real one. He had a case, didn't he? He had a very good case.
Well, I'm not so sure, Rob. I think Valdez does get a touch of the ball. And I think Ronaldo is going to ground, hoping Valdez is going to touch him. On the fall down, he does make contact with the goalkeeper.
I think Valdez quite enjoyed wrapping his legs around Cristiano Ronaldo after the ball had been toe poked out of play.
Certainly a risk he should be taking.
Messi to Xavi. Alves, disguised pass. Look one way, passed it the other. Doesn't get overconfident though. Xavi, Busquets. Quick-footed football. As we approach the final 5 minutes of the first half, Real Madrid are beginning to find their feet. Puyol. The people of Catalonia are thriving on this. For many years they felt they were the oppressed under the Franco regime, and football was the best way of expressing their intentions. Now their footballers are ensuring that they're ruling Spain. Marcelo, Di Maria. Just nothing is working for Real Madrid.
No, they've got to stick with it. Just wondering whether Jose Mourinho rules the decision not to play the extra midfield player.
Lionel Messi gets into his stride and lets off one of his little sticks of dynamite.
It's 9 consecutive games he's scored goals in. He's had a couple of decent attempts tonight. Again, working his magic. Predominantly all left foot there. Gets the shot in from distance, can't hit the target on this occasion. Look at the balance and the skill, the touch.
Benzema drifts inside. This is Ozil. Marcelo. Xabi Alonso hardly had a touch of the ball tonight. It's been Xavi, not Xavi, who's been dictating the pace of the play. Alves.
You mustn't forget, Rob, this Real Madrid team is very new. The amount of money they've spent in the last 2 years in pursuit of this Barcelona team makes the Clásico bigger and bigger every season. But young players, as you said, 4 debutants in the team this year, new signings. As Jose Mourinho said, not experienced.
Messi has stolen the ball. He doesn't have support. He might have to go solo. He's drawn Pepe, but what a brilliant tackle that was by Pepe.
It's a daunting prospect there for Pepe, wasn't it? 1 against 1. A whole host of new signings last year. You're going to have to stick with it. It's a young team. As Jose Mourinho said, not experienced.
Messi has stolen the ball. He doesn't have support. He might have to go solo. He's drawn Pepe, but what a brilliant tackle that was by Pepe.
It's a daunting prospect there for Pepe, wasn't it? 1 against 1 against Lionel Messi. But he stood up well, timed his tackle to perfection.
3 minutes remain in the first half. Real Madrid could score a goal now. It certainly changed the mindset. Ronaldo fighting off Alves, gets the cross in, but there's a second defender there in the shape of Piqué.
And you see Messi stole the ball off of Ramos. He's bearing down on goal. Time to perfection, the challenge for Pepe there. But it had to be.
Ozil's corner, Arriba away is the cry from Valdez. Alonso. Ozil volleys the ball into the area. Puyol intercepts. There's an offside anyway.
David Villa in there again. David Villa in there again, threatening that rather high line the Real Madrid defence are holding, running from deep.
Di Maria works his way through. He just hasn't been able to get into the flow of things. The referee telling him to get onto his feet as well. Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, that was at best speculative. It was quite interesting before the game, Terry, because Mourinho was saying that he wasn't too happy with the appointment of Iturralde Gonzalez. Guardiola was very happy, ever the statesman. But it's something like the referee could be blamed for this Real Madrid performance. Oh, Messi goes down off the ball there. Now, he's not one to take a dive, but there was a connection with Carvalho, and this is a big call for the referee.
I'm not sure why Carvalho got involved with Messi. He made a good tackle. It wasn't a dive from Messi, it was a fair challenge from Carvalho, who then accused Messi of diving.
Well, the referee is telling Messi to get onto his feet. And he shows the yellow card to the Barcelona man. Well, Messi has accepted it.
You can see the initial challenge from Carvalho. It's a good challenge. No complaints from Messi. But Carvalho was remonstrating with the referee that Messi had dived. There's an elbow there from Carvalho. Might not have been the most forceful elbow, but it was an elbow. And I think Carvalho can count himself fortunate. The referee didn't see. I don't think he's seen that, Rob. I think he's seen Messi go to ground, and he's guessed.
The thing is, Terry, from the first angle, it looked nothing. From the second angle, it did look like a forearm or back arm across his face, didn't it?
Unless he got booked.
Well, he did rather play act. It's not in Messi's makeup to go down like that either. Iniesta. Villa waits for the pass. That's a poor pass by Iniesta.
I think the passing in the latter stages of the first half, the quality has just gone down slightly from Barcelona. They've good opportunities to play attacking players in. Perhaps the weight of the pass hasn't been right, the accuracy of the pass hasn't been right. But there's still plenty left in this game, Rob. Real Madrid certainly not out, but it's going to be difficult.
Marcelo too.